I don't understand how he's managed to get to the place he's in, because nobody likes him. His own party don't even like him. Incredible. This from Sean in Bridlington. I'm 100% with you on border enforcement by military force, says Sean. We should have Apache helicopters and the Navy in the channel, stop them coming by any means necessary, and if any make it through, detain them until they are deported. Well, as I say, I've got a piece in the Sun today in which it says, you know, there is not one clue about the one-in, one-out scheme as to how it's actually going to work. And the one piece that, and I'm sorry to read out my own work here, but of all the harebrained schemes to smash the gangs, stop the boats, fix the system and secure our borders, this is perhaps the worst one of all. Because not only does it not do what it says on the tin, not only does it not stop people from coming here, it actually encourages more people to come here by legal methods, because they're going to get into France and they're going to actually apply online to come to Britain with their families. And they're probably going to be successful. It's incredibly bad. Alp Mehmet's here, Chairman of Migration Watch. Alp, very good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike.
They've managed to construct a worse model than the one that was already in existence by creating a possibility now, it would seem to me, where families can come, whether they're legal or not, into France and then apply online to come to Britain legally, and probably be granted permission to come to Britain legally, because either they've got friends and family here, or because they can claim that they're, you know, in a vulnerable place and they're running away from something terrible. It's actually going to make it worse, isn't it?
You bet it is. You bet it is. This was rushed through, not thought through,
Yeah.
and in the end, through this, it's actually going to get worse. There are stories also today about how human rights laws are going to be used to thwart removal. Well, no, Sherlock. How they didn't actually see all this coming, or perhaps they did, I don't know. The deal with France, I think, had more to do with posing up to the EU, giving the impression that we're now buddies again, we've kissed and made up. Well, I'm afraid that Macron has really pulled the fast one on Sir Keir Starmer, and Sir Keir Starmer should be ashamed of himself. He really should.
He really should, because it's one thing to not have a clue what you're doing, but it's another thing to completely screw things up to such an extent that you've created the world in which we now live. You know, we've got migrant hotels up and down the country with protests going on outside them because people are sick to death of seeing people coming into this country and being handed stuff free on a plate, you know, when they're all struggling. What we're looking at here is footage that we got last week of the Copthorne Hotel down in West Sussex, outside of Gatwick Airport in Crawley, where people are smoking in the rooms. They've got four-poster beds. They're grinding weed up with their weed grinders, and they're smoking dope. They've got, you know, designer clothes, designer bags. They've got the ability to go freely whenever they want out for a walk, out into town, you know, to work. They've got 3 good meals a day coming in. People are going, you know, what is going on with these people? And if they're going to be moved out into, you know, private accommodation, how much money are we going to be using to subsidise them and to feed them?
Well, we're spending billions already, and we're going to spend billions more. This scheme, because it won't work, because it will become very apparent quickly that it won't work, the gangs that were going to be smashed are actually going to get an even newer lease of life. The gangs are laughing all the way to the bank at the moment. They're rubbing their hands in glee. This was something else that Nigel Evans, your previous interviewee, might have said. The one thing that they promised that they're certainly not doing now, and in a way encouraging, is smashing the gangs. I wake up in the morning and I think, you know, what new stupid scheme, what new stupid things are our government going to come up with? Well, this is one of them.
It really is. And I don't know whether you've seen this particular video earlier today. We put it on the show in the first hour. I'm going to play it to you again. This is from Spain. Right, this is a boat arriving literally on a Spanish holiday beach, and the people on that beach tackling the migrants as they run across the beach. It's extraordinary. Have a look.
Hey. Beep.
And then there's a guy, a member of the public, you know, restraining one of the migrants and keeping him on the beach there, waiting for the authorities to come. I mean, it's so brazen now. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but maybe that was Brits on holiday doing it. I don't know. They can't do it here, so let's go over to Spain and try and stop illegal migrants from getting into the country. It's daft, Mike. It really is. What I really, the only thing that will stop people from coming over here illegally is actually to show that getting in a dinghy, getting across the channel won't work.
No.
Until we can do that, until we can detain and get rid of them quickly, remove them quickly, and start by removing the ECHR from our laws, then I'm afraid they will continue to come.
Yeah.
The sad thing is, Mike, and Nigel Evans touched on this, is even the 55,000, maybe more, that are going to come this year, and let's bear in mind that it's not just those that we know about. There are those that we don't know about who are going to be coming across. Even that is something like 1/10 of the illegal net migration that is taking place at the moment.
Yeah.
And even there, the government is coming up, it had its white paper a couple of months ago, it's coming up with proposals that, if anything, are going to encourage more people to come here. That is really of long-term critical importance to our country. We are really putting a noose around our necks with mass migration and tightening it. We're killing ourselves. This is an absolute disgrace.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. I couldn't agree with you more. Alp Mehmet, great to hear from you. Thank you very much indeed, Chairman of Migration Watch UK. It is an absolute disgrace. Mike, says Christopher, these illegal migrants pass through multiple safe countries, but they don't stay because they have no incentive to. Stop the freebies and the handouts, problem solved. Gabby says this, Mike, one in, one out. The EU got their Rwanda deal and it's called the UK deal. We are being used as a dumping ground for illegals and we are paying for it. It's insane. Basically, they have opened a legal route to come to the UK in France. I despair. We are ruled by incompetence. Keep up the good work, says Gabby. Thanks very much indeed for that. And Phil in Coventry says, any chance we can get people smugglers to run our country? They're better organised than our useless government. Well, that's true as well.